Good morning. It's showtime. It's Thursday morning. Good morning. It's showtime. Oh, stop it. I stopped that. You weren't supposed to do that. Okay. So, anyway, technology. So, it's Thursday, short day, because I teach in the late morning, early afternoon. So, yesterday, I got some real good news from somebody I had emailed, and I'm going to kind of sit on it for a while because I have to develop it. But it's right in keeping with Blue Boy Brown, the 9 books, and so that's why I'm kind of excited about it. But I gotta kind of calm down, gotta not get too excited because you got to do things right. You got to do things in a mature manner and artistic manner. So we go on with what we're doing, and it'll develop as it develops. But it's going to be I don't know. For me, it's super cool. To me, it's super cool. And um, hey, you do what you can do. I'm 67 years old. I'm a old, decrepit man, diabetic, hypertension, carotid artery disease, all types of junks going on. But one can, it's not powerless in this world. One can always do what one can do. So anyway, I'm going to be doing comics. So this is Blue Boy Brown, Adventures of a Family. So I get rid of that. And yesterday I did this. Got the old folks into the cafe so they could. I didn't do that, and I should. Okay, so let me do that. I did not color those little the lettering for the cafe, so I should do that. It should probably just be the same color as the tables because orange goes well with green. A little bit less smaller than that. Okay. What's all that about? We we're getting our a flat roof on our floored room replaced yesterday. All types of racket, but hey, it had to be done. 73-year-old house, and whoever put it up years ago didn't do the best job. So okay, hold off a second. So now I got that done. So let me save that. That's not what I wanted. I was doing the wrong thing. And now I saved this. Okay, now it's saved. That's the important part right there. So I'll use this as my reference point. Now we're going on to this page where we, let's go back here and make sure we got the right color for the table. So I'll go off and do the table first. So this is a short day. I've got to show art history later on, which is kind of fortuitous because with all the coronavirus pandemic thing going on, that's messing up teaching. I'm teaching art history, which it's not studio classes like I was teaching in my high school career. So I can teach art history easily online. Not too difficult. Just have to have enough bandwidth to, like, when you want to show videos, because there's lots of good art history videos out there. I'm going to show one on the sort of an art detective documentary today on Goya. Somebody finds a Goya portrait, but they're not sure if it's a real Goya portrait or a fake. So part of the documentary goes through all the rigmarole you have to go through to figure out if something is a fake or not. So we're at the part of the art history class where we've already learned the language of art, and we're learning about art criticism. So, hold on a second. So now we've learned all we are learning about art criticism. Right, it's a 6-week course, so you're not going to become super at it. But I am teaching them how to document in a scholarly fashion to avoid plagiarism and stuff like that, and little things that you can do that so you don't have to mess with that stuff. And and parting to them the knowledge that if you wait till the night before to do a paper, you're going to screw it up. So, which you can't do in a studio class. Studio class, you have to sit there and make art. And I'm glad I'm not in studio class anymore. So, so we're gonna look at this Goya thing today, and we have more than enough time. So I'm gonna also show them a documentary on graffiti, specifically Banksy. I guess he's the biggest thing in graffiti since Basquiat died, who was Basquiat was the graffiti artist Samo back in the late 70s, early 80s, which is how he sort of like got into the gallery system. There was a gallery dealer named Barbara Gladstone brought a bunch of these graffiti artists into her gallery. It lasted a few years, these things happen. If sales don't keep up with what the gallery thinks it should, then they go on and do something else. That's what galleries are. Basquiat was one of the people who was able to transition and stay in the gallery system. Of course, he ruined his life by overdosing on heroin, but it's another story. And very well the day he did that, I was working with an old junior high school friend of his. So really horrible, I tell you. So drug thing, it got far worse than when I was a kid. People, college students would smoke pot or something like that, but there's all types of crazy stuff going on. I couldn't imagine such a thing. But it's part of getting old is that you get superseded and all the stupid stuff you used to do, people say, hey, I can do better than that. And they do. So, let me see. Let's go back and steal a color. I guess we're using this. That's a real candy colored establishment here, but I guess they're trying to get people's attention. This little town that I have in this story actually exists. I did a lot of research on it. Nothing that is in this story ever happened to this town. Nice bunch of people. I did a phone call. I called up the proprietor of the general store in this little town years ago when I was doing research on this. Found out that she and I had both been delivered by the same doctor. And that we knew a lot of the same people. Oh, I did this on the tone layer. Oh, I'm so stupid. The whole thing was done on the tone layer. Dad gummit. You do it on the tone layer. Do it on the color layer. Gee. Oh well. It's not the worst thing ever happened to that's the worst thing ever happened to a person. Okay. I'll do this up here. We were both delivered. I suppose we were delivered in the same general time frame back in the early 50s by Dr. Meek. And both had lots of good things to say about him. Of course, I never knew him. I was just coming out of the chute. All he did for me, well, that's what he did for my mom and dad and everything like that. I think he delivered all of my mom's kids. Yeah. With my brother and sister, too. My brother's a big kid when he was 12 pounds, and I think he was already 2 feet tall when he was born. He's a big guy. Still is 6'7". I know a few things about tall people. Mostly bang their heads on doorways. Can't find clothes at a clothing store that fit you because the inseams are too short. Frustrating. But fortunately, in the age of catalogs, you can always find something that'll fit you. You have to pay a little bit extra, but yeah, there are so many sales these days. It's ridiculous. You can always find something. I'm gonna do that again. Let's see if I can just do that. That doesn't work too well, does it? Oh. Huh. Well, I had 5 viewers, now I have one. Yeah, that's the way it usually goes. I do the same thing when I'm fooling around on Facebook. I just or YouTube or whatever. I just go and look for a few minutes, and I'm out of here. Can't think that I would be any different. Let me see, get my banners up so you guys know that it's real important to visit my website and read my comic. Well, if you're going to go over this twice and make it more intense, then you have to do it by hand, because if you do it with the eyedropper, you're going to just get back to that same not so vibrant tint of orange. Okay. So, let's go get grandma's clothing color. Now that she's grandma, she's not Mrs. Hartman anymore. Do 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 do. Let me see. Let's. Yeah, that's the only time I show her on that page. Da 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 da. Let me see. Then there's who's Grandpa. Well, here's Grandpa's. Do I have Grandpa? Yeah, I got Grandpa over here. La 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 la. Yeah, that's her arm. Well, gotta get that right. Yeah, that's her arm. That's not. Yeah, it's not his arm. That's Mrs. Hartman's arm. Now Mrs. Brown. Oh, and hooty hoot. Better do that. Okay. Okay, that makes it a little more sensible that her face is sort of like mashed up against this table, which happens when you're kind of snockered. Okay. Okay, a little bit of skin tone in order here. Get a little bit over there, and do blue voice, skin tone. Dee, 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 dee. Okay, yeah, we have this is Maggie, who, if you've been following the comic, we've run into before. La 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 la. Okay. Okay, Miss Hartman has a face too. It's hasn't turned green yet. Okay. And then little blue boy's got a face too. Okay. Take a little swig of coffee. Boopy doopy doopy doo boo. Boopy doopy doopy doo boo. Okay. I probably have to increase the size of this sucker so I can see it. Okay, there's Maggie. Happy, happy, happy. What I just did. Blend that a little bit. Okay. And kind of like this panel here. You have to remember these two here are only 12, 13 years old. So they're not terribly well versed in all this love stuff. And Blue Boy's still more interested in his hunting dogs than he is women. That has to change sooner or later. I started noticing girls around the age of 12 or so. Maybe a little bit before that, I don't know. Which remained quite a mystery to me for many, many years. Not an easy mystery to solve. If you ever do. Bup-a-dup-be-dup-be-dup-bup. Bup-be-dup-be-dup-be-dup-dup. Bup-be-dup-be-dup-be-dup-dup. Bup-be-dup-be-dup-be-dup. Okay. Oh. Uh, Okay, I gotta. Oh, I forgot that this is an orange table here. Then I gotta go back and do that. Okay. Bub-a-dub-a-dub. So I gotta do that. Might as well just use that color instead of do it twice. Okay. I'm just gonna fill that in. Yeah, like that. And do this. And do the same thing because I want to kind of match those. Okay. Well, the nicest thing about Photoshop, that's for sure, that you can fill these things in, and get this real cool color, and not have to worry about it. Do it over here too. The cleanup over on the line layer because that's a bit muddy, a little bit messy. I don't like messy. It's not, well, I don't mind messy too much, but I could get a little bit better at it. Okay, I'm just going to use I guess just use the eraser, but I better be real careful. Yeah, just a little bit. Where's a little, maybe a little right there along that teacup, and around right the edge of Maggie's arm, a little raggedy. I could maybe fix that a little bit. See, I saw that's little things here that I could improve, like right there, uh, and right here. We're about oh yeah, right there, right there, right there, right there, right here. Okay, and should color right there. Okay, and a little bit right here along the edge of her little, I don't know what you call it. And color that finger right there. A little bit of smudging. And then there. Okay. Okay. Oh, look what I found. Dang. Right here, get that. Right around grandpa's thing there. And then I gotta grab the color of paws. It's a little less, it's more like that. I have to fix that there too. More things you find. Save that. Okay. And uh, on color up. Okay. Don't want to mess that up again. So, what color did we give? That's the color we gave the old their floor. So I got to do it down here. I'm gonna start down here. Let me see. I should do it down there too. Okay, got that. Okay. Right over here. Mm-hmm. I got to figure out what I'm going to do with this right here. So it's probably a good idea to abandon my earlier idea now that I'm thinking a little more clearly. I don't know how clearly, but maybe I could just do a right there and oh, ho, 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 ho. Maybe a line right there and okay. Okay. Let me see over here. I had, yeah, sort of had that, so maybe I should. Yep. And then I can. Clean that up a bit. Okay. Okay. Now I was using that color there for the ground. Dee doo 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 doo. I just use a little smudge tool to worse the color over there. Over there. On Blue Boy's nose. Probably should do the same thing over here. A little bit of that. Then we're going to use that color, but we're going to get over here so it's not so intense, so it stays in the background. Okay. And I don't know if I've done that. Look at the other page. No, I really didn't deal with that, so we'll give them orange chairs too. Like an industrial designer to come down in here and or interior designer or whatever. Come in and help these people out. Okay, and this color's over there, though. Should I? Yeah, I should lighten it a bit too, just so that it stays in the background, doesn't interfere with our two lovebirds. No, 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 no. Okay. And smooth this out a bit. All this around here should not have little gray lines. Lines should all be covered by some color or another. Oh, and I'm using that color down here. Okay. Hmm. Da-da-dee. So I gotta probably have to do the same thing over here. Let me see. I don't want to line up her hair bow. Okay. Okay, let me see. Down here. Okay, we'll just put a line right there. That makes a little bit of sense. And we'll put, yeah, we'll just keep that simple. We're gonna use that color here, right down here. I'm on layer 1. Big dummy. It's where all that times reading romance comics comes in handy. A guy like me doesn't read romance comics unless Alex Toth is the artist. Though I did sort of like romance comics was invented by Jack Kirby and Joe Simon. So I've kind of looked at some of their stuff, but Toth is the master of romance comics. Even though Roy Lichtenstein swiped John Romita's work for his paintings, it was Toth who was most undoubtedly the master of the romance comics and made them actually worth looking at. You know, most guys my teenage, well, my even I never read romance comics as a kid. I didn't know that Toth was doing them, or I might have looked at them. But when you're a teenage boy, you're not going to be caught dead right reading a romance comic. But as an adult, uh, when I started discovering Toth's romance comics, boy, the romance comics are actually good. The storylines are the same as every other one. They're a little bit, you know, not very interesting to, not very interesting. They're pretty much like 8-page novellas, like you see now on, well, they're soap operas. You know, soap operas are already going on. They started on the radio, and then they broadened out into the world of comics, thanks to Joe Kirby. I mean, Jack Kirby and Joe Simon. And then, of course, people like Toth got into them. I don't know why he did romance comics instead. Well, he did war comics. He did war comics. Did some superhero stuff, not a whole lot. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, you're around there. Okay, is there any more over here? Yeah, I have to do that. I got to figure out some colors for this. I guess I'll just use the same green for the walls that this is a stylish establishment. I guess the walls will have to be green also. We'll put this green back here so this guy's head, which will be a warm color, will stand out. This doesn't make a whole lot of sense right here. I might have to erase that right there, I think. Otherwise, we got structure that would look more like it belonged to Mad Magazine. Okay. Then maybe I can. I'll keep it that way just so it'll stay in the background. Yeah. It'll pop up. Bother me. Looks like a little bit different color than what I wanted. Mm-hmm. Go back and do that. Yep. Yeah, it's best to keep these cool colors so they don't pop up and interfere with your perception of what Maggie's doing. Don't have much time left. It's 1 hour into this. I only get 1 hour and 15, 1 hour and 20 minutes or so to do this on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So let me see. Um, just for the heck of it, I think I'm gonna. Did I just do that? Yep. Oh well, we're not gonna worry about it. I'm always doing something stupid. Oh well. Wonder if that should be like that. No, they shouldn't. This might be. But here, this should all be some sort of a gray. See if I have any other place I need to do that. Two. Nope. I'm gonna make that a grayish color. Make sure there's no black in it. Yep. Okay. Then a lighter color for these things. Nah, these should be the signature green of the establishment. You can have a color that is yep, and then green cups, and then these will be slightly darker color. Doesn't have to make a whole lot of sense, just not distract you from the story. There. And maybe bring this down like that. Okay. And back here we have an even lighter version of that over there. Okay. with shadows, and I can always do stuff to this that'll make it behave. Okay, pause hat color. That's to come over here in the color layer. Yep, got that right. Now, what color dress is our little girl wearing? It has to be something that I don't want it to be some dumb color. Though it might be fortunately, I'm going to be doing a color layer so I can change it if I want to. So I gotta be careful with that. Is that going to work? I think it's a little too. Nah. How about a darker green? I can even have some black in it. But that, I'll try it out. Let me see. As you're just, when you're working on fiction, there are little things that cross your mind and you realize it's inspiration. And I just got an inspiration, which which just, I'm not going to say a dang thing about it, but it just happened. Okay, it's 1:10. Oh, I don't have much time. I'm just going to color her dress. And I better be out of here. Look, I missed a part of the floor. Thank God I'm not getting paid for this. Woo! Okie doke. Okie doke. Is there anything else I have to do? Then I have to get out of here. Okay. My router got knocked over in the Florida room where they're putting the new roof in. So back to sharing screen. So it's 1:15. So I got to get out of here. So let me save this. Okay, I got it saved. So we'll be back tomorrow. Finish all this up. Life goes on. Y'all have a safe day. Remember, 6 feet apart until we figure out what's going on. Bye-bye.